Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Okay, so what do we have for you on today's episode? We have for you two clips to go over of the new Biden administration. One of Joe Biden, the greatest, most popular man in all of American history. He's so popular that he needs 40,000 National Guard troops to protect him from the American public. And no crowds at his inauguration, but we've moved past that. Let's continue, okay? And that was sarcasm, by the way. I know there was people in my comments saying, will you stop saying he's the most popular person? It was just dry British wit. So we've got two clips. We've got one in which Joe Biden is saying that the $15 minimum wage will be coming. And we're going to watch that and then talk about the problems that are inevitably going to come from that. And the second one is his wife, Dr. Jill Biden. Again, I'm being sarcastic when I say doctor, who has, after the public relations disaster in which the National Guard members were fobbed off as soon as they were no longer needed by the Democrat machine, she then turned up with penny candies to give out sweeties to the National Guard like their children. Like sweeties are going to make everything better again. So we've got those two clips to watch. But if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and share this video around. Only takes a couple of seconds to do those things. YouTube did actually purge a number of my subscribers yesterday. I had quite a large drop. This has happened to other creators. It hadn't happened to me yet, but it has now. So if you could do those things, it really increases my morale and productivity. It just lets me know that you enjoy or find it informative what I do. Okay, without further ado, let's go. Okay, so Joe Biden, who is giving you the news that the $15 minimum wage will be coming.
Our recovery plan also calls for an increase in the minimum wage at least $15 an hour. No one in America should work 40 hours a week, making below the poverty line. $15 gets people above the poverty line. We have so many millions of people working 40 hours a week, and some with two jobs, and they're still below the poverty line. Our plan includes access to affordable child care. That's going to enable parents, particularly women, to get back to work. Millions who are not working now because they don't have that care. All told, the American Rescue Plan would lift 12 million Americans out of poverty and cut child poverty in half. That's 5 million children lifted out of poverty. Our plan will reduce poverty in the Black community by 1/3, reduce poverty in the Hispanic community by almost 40%.
Right, that's the clip, but I was going to stop it after like 10 seconds to give you my opinion, but I wanted you to watch it all first. This is dangerous, right? This is what you get. If this is what you voted for, I hope you're bloody happy, yeah? Because he's saying a part of the recovery, so this has to do with COVID, yeah? He's saying that as a part of the Rona response, he's going to increase the minimum wage to $15. This is businesses who have been struggling. Their cash flow has been wiped out because their business has been closed. First, it was 15 days to stop the spread. Now it's been over a year, approaching a year and a half. They have no money left. And when everything looks like it's finally going to open up again, miraculously, now Biden is in office. Now the swamp is back in control of all three branches of government and every public institution in the country. They're going to increase the minimum wage to at least, Joe Biden did say, at least $15 an hour. The companies can't afford that. Okay, so as a part of the economic recovery, Joe Biden is going to destroy the economy. See, this is what it is with left-wing politicians, I'm afraid to say. As I've said often, I do like to be impartial. I do try to be unbiased. I'm fully prepared to admit I am a conservative, of course. I have conservative values and beliefs, but I'm always open to other opinions and other possibilities and other ways of doing things. However, I'm not open to a $15 minimum wage. It will destroy jobs. This is a thing with, again, I'm afraid to say, left-wing politicians and movements in general. When they say they're going to do something, always think the opposite of what they're going to do. For example, here, Joe Biden said he's going to recover the economy with a $15 minimum wage. Think the opposite. What he's going to do is destroy the economy, which he is. Small businesses can't afford to do. Cleaning companies, they can't afford to pay their cleaners $15 an hour. Fast food outlets, McDonald's, they can't afford to pay that. It's all going to be kiosks. You'll get more robots, you'll get more kiosks. Let's go back, listen again, because there is another point I want to make.
Look, our recovery plan also calls for an increase in the minimum wage at least $15 an hour.
At least $15 an hour.
No one in America should work 40 hours a week, making below the poverty line.
What do you know about working? You've spent your entire life in the swamp. You don't know what it's like to work on a production line for 40 hours a week. I've worked in production lines. I've done street work. I've done cold storage work on a production line, packing meat in a cold storage facility. I used to work nights at a warehouse, a Debenhams warehouse. So I know what it's like to work. I've lost a lot of things, like many people have lost a lot of things, thanks to the decisions of people like you, Joe Biden.
$15 gets people above the poverty line. We have so many millions of people working 40 hours a week, working, and some with 2 jobs, and they're still below the poverty line.
Well, it depends where they are. Because in places like California and New York, where the living expenses are so much higher, all of these coastal elite areas, the living expenses are through the roof. Maybe a $15 minimum wage might sound like a good idea. But even there, it's going to be wrong, because in places like that where living expenses are already through the roof, if you then go and increase employee costs, a bakery, for example, if a bakery has to pay all of its employees at least $15 an hour, the price of bread will increase. So you're not helping anyone. And as for the flyover states, those good Republican areas where living expenses are much lower, quality of life is much higher, and people are generally more happy and more united, they don't need a $15 minimum wage. You're just going to do harm by doing that to the small businesses that right now need all the help they can get, and increasing their overheads drastically isn't helping anyone. Next we have a doctor. Jill Biden, she's doctor extraordinaire. She's going to be the Surgeon General of the universe. When the aliens take over, she's going to be the queen of all the doctors in all of the universes in the multiverse, times 10,000. So here she is after the debacle the other day, where after they finished needing them, they wanted to swear in Biden, who is the swamp extraordinaire. He is the embodiment of the DC swamp. They needed all of these soldiers to protect him whilst he was being sworn in from the American public, even though we're led to believe that he got more you-know-what than any president in history, 81 million, yet he was deeply unpopular, had no crowds, and needed soldiers to protect him from the American public. Okay, after the swamp was sworn back in, they didn't need them anymore. The DC Democrat machine didn't need the National Guard anymore. So they just booted them all out. Some of them were sleeping in garages with only one electrical outlet. No Wi-Fi, no internet, and they were just stuck in there. Donald Trump, on the other hand, being the gentleman that he is, offered them to stay free of charge in the Trump Hotel in DC, because that is the man that Donald Trump is. That glorious, beautiful, amazing man. They realised that this was a PR blunder. So here comes Jill Biden with a little basket of sweeties. Candy bars. And not even candy bars. They're the little sweetie things. The chewing gum wraps. And those little caramel things. And the boiled hard fruity things. And the lemon bars and that. And she's giving them out to train soldiers. because that'll make it all better. Here, have a candy bar. Like you're a child or something. Take a look.
Stand at ease. I just wanted to come today to say thank you to all of you for keeping me and my family safe.
So you can't hear what she's saying much, but she said, I might just dub over what she's saying by repeating her, but she said she just wants to say thank you to everyone for keeping me and my family safe.
And I know that you've left your home states.
And I know that you left your home states.
Are a National Guard family. Our son Bo was Delaware Army National Guard.
His son Bo was Delaware National Guard. He went to Iraq to 2008 and 2009.
I'm a National Guard mom.
She's a National Guard mum. Thank you for all that you've done. You left your home. I want to say thank you from President Biden and from me, from the Biden family. So the White House baked you some chocolate chip cookies.
So I wanted to give everybody a small thank you for your service and your family service and all that you've done for us. I tell you that I truly appreciate all that you do.
They truly appreciate you, all that you've done so much that they've given you a second-hand cookie.
In the heart of all the Bidens, so thank you. Thank you very much.
Imagine that as a accolade. Thank you from the bottom of the heart of all of the Bidens. That's what she said. From the bottom of her heart, thank you from all of the Bidens. Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and his brother, not Bo, Joe Biden's brother, I forgot his name. I think it's John Biden, isn't it? I can't remember. But she said thank you from all the Bidens. And as soon as I heard that, I got a flash of those photos that were leaked from Hunter's laptop. I've seen them. Okay, I can't show you them. I'm sure you can find them. There was a Chinese Twitter account. I don't know who it was linked to. I know it was from China. And they somehow got the photos. The Bidens, listen, the Bidens are compromised. Okay? That's just my opinion based on what I've seen. But the Chinese do appear to have something over the heads of the Bidens. And if some of you watching this have probably seen those photos. If you haven't, they're as bad as you think. They are as bad as you think. I put it on Parler before Parler was shut down. That's probably why they targeted Parler, because it was all over Parler. So here she is, giving out, I thought they were candies, they're actually cookies or biscuits as we say. Cookies to a small select group, because this is all this is, it's a photo op. This isn't the 46,000 that were there, it's just a select few, a vetted few, because we know they were all vetted, who are standing around for this photo op, because it's all about optics. That's why this 46,000 soldiers were needed in the first place for Joe Biden on the 20th. That's why they were needed for a photo op. It was a message they were sending, a display of power. We, the swamp, are in charge. Here's all our soldiers. You can't do anything about it. That's what it was, a message. This here is a message / photo op. Where are the other 45,990 soldiers? You've got 10, 15, maybe 20 here to receive a tiny basket of cookies. One cookie each. What about all the others who are in the garages, freezing cold, unless they did take up Donald Trump's offer to stay rent-free in Trump's luxurious hotel? The next time I visit the United States, I'm going to stay there. I can assure you of that. That man can have my business until the day I return to the dust. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. What do you guys think of all of this? What do you think of the Biden photo op? Cookiegate? I think we'll coin Cookiegate. I think Cookiegate sounds like a good name for this. we'll call it Cookiegate. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video around. As I said in my open, YouTube has purged a relatively small number of subscribers from my channel. Check that it's not you. Albeit, it's still disheartening to see it. You know, I put a lot of effort into this channel. It's disheartening to see it. So, if you could subscribe, like the video, share it, that would really help me out. You know, help me to keep going. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.